Relatively busy start to Thursday morning. A lot of little errands to run and tasks to tackle along the way. Knowing as much, right now I'm going to get changed. I have a 2-hour block and then we're going to get under the bar. Now lower body volume day is changing ever so slightly because lately I've been running 5x5 on volume day. With respective intensity days varying in rep ranges, but we're going to transition these lower body volume days into 8x3. So the total number of reps is comparable, 24 to 25 reps per workout in terms of working weight. But I don't want my sets to get sluggish. I really don't want to train to failure. I want to get better. I just don't want my workouts to only get more challenging. I want to make sure that they're actually proving progressive. So knowing as much, I will continue from the 365 mark, but I found that 365 under the bar for a set of 5 was starting to get a little bit slow. Not too slow, but I'm pretty aware of when I'm starting to feel the weight. So rep 4 and 5 was, they were sticky. So by dropping the rep range down to 3 and continuing on with that linear progression, I'm going to build a little more confidence under the heavier loads, and I'm not going to risk as much as that form breakdown. I'm going to keep that smoothness throughout the sets across, and hopefully the goal is for this to really drive a lot greater of a CNS adaptation on intensity days. So we'll see what happens. If it all works well, we'll run that, and then we'll actually come back to volume days with a different exercise after we've run these triples for quite a while. So let's get under the bar. So 365 for a triple even felt horrific today, likely because my sleep wasn't optimal, and I kind of knew that getting under the bar. I felt confident only because I knew it was just a triple, but even the triple felt extremely intense. I then moved into 7 back-off sets at 90%. Those happened to move quite a bit smoother, but it was certainly fatiguing by the time we got to set number 7. Then we transitioned to pistol squats, bodyweight pistol squats, which is interesting because a lot of people would assume that simply because it's not loaded heavy, that it can't be very progressive for my strength development. But when you consider the fact that 5 reps, when the 4th and 5th rep themselves are relatively intense, they tend to drive strength adaptations in the body regardless of load. If 5 pounds is heavy for 5 reps on an individual basis, that in and of itself determines whether or not it will drive a certain adaptation. And the reality is that 5 reps, as you can see, was basically pathetic. And the intensity was extremely high. My glutes got toasted attempting to do pistol squats, but we'll work on those and we'll improve over time, and then we'll be able to load those and get a huge yield that will carry over to barbell squats. And then of course we went into the reverse hyper here, very light, as you can see, only 100 pounds on the reverse hyper for 3 sets of 30 reps. I've never done high rep reverse hyper work like this before, and I have to say that I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan. And that's about how I feel when it comes to high rep reverse hypers as of current. So that was a relatively progressive training session. No PRs today though, no volume PRs, no rep PRs, pistol squats. Just about put me in the dirt. And doing this high rep reverse hyper work is not fun at all. I'm out of breath. I can't count to 30, I learned. I have no idea how many reps I did. I kept thinking, okay, I got another 5 done, another 5. Was I at 10 or was I at 20? So we're gonna work on my ability to count past 5 reps. I'm not used to it. But other than that, I really felt the high rep reverse hyper in the glutes and low back a lot more than I normally might in the lower rep range with the heavier weights. That doesn't necessarily mean it's better, but it's certainly going to be progressive in terms of building muscle size, which will be valuable. But I'm still gonna keep the heavy work on the Sunday to kind of match with the intensity of what I'm doing. So we'll see how it goes, if this has any carryover whatsoever that's noteworthy. But nevertheless, so far I'm not enjoying 30 rep sets of reverse hyper. So this will be a little bit of drudgery to push through. Hopefully the yield makes me enjoy the work. So today, in a little bit of a rush, we got 2 extra servings of gyro meat and a large Greek salad hiding down at the bottom there. So still trying to remain as healthy as possible, even when things are busy, even when things are hectic. You got to make good decisions, or the best decisions that you possibly can.